So we're here with another episode of the New Hood Podcast. This is episode number 7, part 2. Yeah, we're here with the usual suspects. It's myself, D. Braxton. We got my boy Venom in here.
What's
We
happening?
got Shawn in here. And we just a couple days past Thanksgiving. We already talked about how everybody Thanksgiving went. So I got another question for y'all real quick.
Let's go.
Are y'all still eating leftovers from Thanksgiving?
Yes.
How
Yes,
long? What about you, Shawn? You still eating leftovers from Thanksgiving? You said no. You muted, bro.
brother.
Oh shit! Nah, we fucked around and fell asleep. Let that shit on the counter. That shit wasn't no good. Next day, you can't eat no leftover food. It's been sitting out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm about to say,
Depending on how long you was sitting there. I'm just saying we was letting it cool down a little bit. Letting it get room temperature before we threw it in the fridge.
But nah, I got after tomorrow. No. I don't care how much left. How much?
Yeah, we ain't tonight than last night.
Yeah,
My,
I'm
my
about to say.
mom, my mom coming in town next week. She wanted me to chop up some of the fried turkey I made.
Freeze it
But
for her? Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do it. But I'm like just turkey, okay? But,
Hey, at that point, you come out better just frying a whole new one. You
just
know, you
fry
still got
another
the old.
turkey. That's what I might end up. Well, I don't know.
he said,
Let me stop lying because this episode gonna come out while she's still out here. Let me stop lying. I ain't frying on another
I'm glad
turkey.
you
I throw
caught
some
yourself.
wings in there. Throw some wings for you.
I'm glad you caught yourself. He said, I might in his house.
I'm not doing it.
Hey, because I'd have shot that lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, facts.
I'd have spit it out though.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, let's get into our next few topics, man. These
You
came
just
from
get it.
Shawn. So, Shawn, did you want to go ahead and introduce them topics?
Yeah. I just seen this post about Diddy. I ain't gonna go there though. It's about your homeboy.
What's that, Brother Love?
Brother
Ain't that his name now?
I couldn't tell you. I don't even know who you're talking about.
Brother Love.
The first question that I got was, what do y'all feel like is the biggest internal battle that you've had to navigate through?
Go ahead, DJ.
Okay. In battle, I think y'all ever heard of the term imposter syndrome?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I have imposter syndrome, but I do. I think on the
Your mic kind of
Okay,
going in and
yeah,
out,
we
DJ.
can hear you for real.
y'all can hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that I have imposter syndrome, but I could definitely understand like how that is, how people get to that. So um I don't know if mine is technically imposter syndrome and just more of like believing believing the hype. You know what I'm saying? When
Okay.
people like give me compliments on certain stuff when it comes to like, oh man, you so good at, listening to people or giving advice and stuff like that. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So that's like one of mine cuz I think realistically it kind of that type of stuff kind of ties into like the bigger picture of stuff that I want to do later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Being able to help people and stuff like that. And that might not be my job, but like at least I want to make sure like my second career, if that even if it's not my job that I'm helping people, that there's time like carved out where I can like regularly be helping out people. You know what I'm saying? Especially younger people. So I think it's that just like believe in that. Like, yeah, this is what you're this is what you're meant to do. You know what I'm saying?
What
So
does that What does helping the younger people look like to you? And what
That's
would
a
they
good
want to see?
question because honestly, I don't know. Because I don't want to, and that's the thing. I don't want to, and this is why I don't think I want it to be like my job, like my everyday job, because I don't want it to be where that's whatever way I found a way to do it. I don't want it to be like that's the only way I have to help out people. Like I want, if I today helping out a kid is like taking them to the range and we shooting guns and we talking about, the shit that you did wasn't right. And then maybe tomorrow is, you know, going to the school and helping out, or uh going to basketball practice and just pulling up and chopping it up and talking shit and hooping with them a little bit, and like them being able to see somebody that's like, in my opinion, I'm still the coolest motherfucker ever, but I ain't like faking like something I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Right.
these days, like, to be like cool, you gotta be like flexing, or like not even flexing, but like kind of pump faking, like how important you are and stuff. It's like you
Mhm.
can be just as cool, but not necessarily like be like, oh yeah, I used to do this, and I like, it's just like, nah, this what I got right now. This where I'm at with it right now. You know what I'm saying? So like, just being able to like not be put in a box with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't know if I want it to be like my daily job, but like just something that I can do. You know what I mean? So, but that's my internal struggle. Like, I mean, honestly, that question you asked is probably the internal battle. Is like figuring out how to make that a thing.
Mhm.
You know? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I feel that.
what about you, Josh?
Um, for me, I would say honestly, I'm trying to think. 'Cause it's a couple of them, but I guess the one to me like that starts it all, and then it branches out to different things would be, I guess, like my depression. And the reason I say that is because like I have a fix for it, right? Like you talk to someone, you have medication, but my internal battle is trying to figure out why do I have to take medication to be happy, right? Although a therapist broke it down completely perfect for me. It was a black therapist that I was seeing, and she was like, because my biggest thing was telling her like I don't want to take medication for the rest of my life. Like that's something I just refuse to do. And she was like, but you're not saying you gotta take it forever. She's like, if you break your ankle, you're given crutches. She's like, not saying you're gonna need them crutches forever, but you need them now to help you get along. And but still, I'd be lying if I said I take like my medicine consistently. Like I want to take it. It's still that battle. But knowing when I don't, like my family do feel it. And that's the thing of trying to just put the pride aside, I guess. And then just to be able to do what I need to right now because that'll help with consistency. Because I feel like that because of depression it falls with consistency. Like one day I'm one way, I'm happy, I'm cool. The next day I might not be. And it's one of those just trying to balance it. So I'm making sure I'm the same person at work I am at home and vice versa. So that way my wife don't feel like or my kids don't feel like I'm always happy at work and I come home, I'm just so drained. And it's like, I gave him everything. Or vice versa, I'm at work and everybody's like, I don't want to talk, sorry. Like he's angry. So I think it's just that, just trying to look myself in the mirror, put on my big boy pants and suck it up and just do what I need to make sure I'm right. So that way I can help the people I want to be able to help. So I think that's it. What
Okay.
about you, Sean?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like mine was it kind of tied into what you said. It's about the depression, but I think along that too was resolving that this anger, this deep rooted anger that I had within me. Um, and I think some of it came from childhood, but I think what really like exploded all that was being kicked out the military. Um, and I feel that way because like I was in the middle of like healing from my surgery from the car accident and stuff like that, and it just kind of like came on suddenly, and I don't know. I always felt like, the leadership and the people that I had next to me and stuff like that. It was like, okay, if we went overseas, if we were deployed or something like that, we were in a hostile situation. I'd be expected to put my life on the line for you. but we over here in America, in our country, and it's like you see I'm being railroaded, but you won't even like speak up for me, and I ain't even did nothing. Like I ain't did you no wrong or nothing like that, and I think that's what bothered me the most is because it's like, yeah, was I did I have some issues? Okay, was I late a couple times? Yeah, but was it something to where it was like you deserve to be put out? No. And I say that like looking at it objectively because like I still have all my paperwork and everything. So from time to time I go through it and I look at it and it wasn't never I never got no serious like violations or write ups or nothing like that. Um, but I think for a long time, I definitely held a lot of resentment towards the military, and I blamed that for my situation in life. And it caused me to go through a failed marriage. I blame my failed marriage on that, and I blamed all these other things that were going on in my life that were going wrong or what I felt like was wrong in my life. I blamed that on my situation with the military, but um, through the power of like self reflection and stuff like that, and being able to like look at myself and see, kind of where I made errors and stuff like that, I've been able to kind of resolve it. I do still have some animosity that I'm trying to like resolve and figure out and grow through and stuff like that, but um I think that was probably the biggest thing that I had to navigate. But I also realized that I had to navigate it not just for myself and not just for healing for myself was because now I have three kids. At that time I only had two, but I have three kids that I have to do this. Like, that's in the past now. They not worried about me. So, I have to resolve whatever issues I have going on so that I can be there for them. Because if I can't get through this, that I wasn't gonna be here to like mentally to care for them and provide for them. Not even necessarily from a financial aspect, but to be the best person, the best father, the best friend, the best security, whatever else comes with being all the other titles that come with being a father. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been able to like provide that for them. So I think that was probably the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. No, no. Good talks. Good talks. Good reflection, guys. Good reflection.
Yeah, I made me kind of feel bad. I'm talking about everything on the up and up, and everything. It's like, hey man, my biggest problem is that things ain't going right. I'm like, dang. I was like, oh, well,
No, but that's what I love about it. I love his honesty, and I love that. Like, I don't know, like, if it wasn't for y'all, like, I would even be able to, see that self reflection, right? To be able to talk about that because, like I said, where I'm from, I don't know about you, like, I wasn't taught to open up. It was if you cry, baby. It was just like you was taught to hold in those emotions. So the fact that we even allowed this platform and feel comfortable with each other to talk about their flaws and show people, like, hey, people look at me as success, but don't mean I'm not going through stuff,
yeah,
bro. So
that
please,
don't mean I don't got no
I'm fighting
problems.
for my
Shit.
life. Okay.
Right? Nah, dead ass though. Yeah,
So, but no,
boy.
I love that, man. I love the reflection, bro, and I loved all the answers, DJ. Like I said, even yours, with you even saying like the biggest thing, which I don't think people look at it a lot, because I think some people use imposter syndrome loosely, right? But a lot of people don't even know like what that is and like how. Like sometimes I think we cross paths with it. Some people don't step over, but at some point, I think we all like you have your battle with it. So, no, no, it's great, great topics, guys.
Agreed.
Good
Agreed.
topic, Sean. Look at
I think also too is like this might be a little like left field, I guess, kind of, but I think also like um something that to tag on to what I said. It's not left field, but to tag on to what I said, I think also one of the something that I had to like navigate too was like realizing that everything that I'm going through had a purpose.
you.
Like every like trial and tribulation that I've like made it out on the other side of, like has worked out in my favor in one way or another, and to like stop being so caught up in the moment of like, dang, I just, let's say it's I wrecked my car or whatever. Okay, dang, I just wrecked my car. I just got this car. I'm gonna get another one, and just kind of like I said, looking at it objectively and trying to like take that feeling in the present out and kind of looking at it from like, okay, what's in store for me next? Like, kind of looking at it from that angle. I think that's something that I had to learn too.
Yeah, and it's crazy because everything that you said, like, it worked out for you. You know what I'm saying? You in a way better place and all that stuff. But it kind of go back to what I was saying last week when I was saying, that's exactly why you don't look at what the next person has and like say, oh, why that can't be me, because people don't know. You know what I'm saying? People just see Shawn. You know, they don't know all the steps forward and the 2 steps forward and the 5 steps back that you've had, and you know what I'm saying, that
Facts.
kind of validates everything out, like why I don't ever, not ever, I don't want to say ever, because you do comparison, it just happens, but like I try not to get too deep into it because like you don't know what battle a person had to get to and get through to get where they at right now. And like sometimes some battles that person was made for, they were made for, it was made for
Yeah.
him to get through. And like you probably wouldn't even be able to stand 10 toes on that one. You know what I'm saying? You would not be standing on business. You know what I'm saying? It's like so it's like, yeah, exactly why it's like, hey, just prepare yourself for yours. For the
Yeah,
stuff that your battles. You know what I mean?
because I would say that brings to one of the quotes I love where it says like either you're currently in a storm, you're going through one, or you coming out of one. But usually in life, that's the three stages that you go through. So
Hmm.
just because you look at somebody, you don't know, like they could be just coming out they storm, and just because you going into yours don't mean they wasn't just fighting for their life. So
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But all right. Well, what was the other one you had for us, Sean?
The
I'm
other
done.
topic I had was, what do you feel is your potential calling? Do you think you're on the path to achieving it, or do you even believe in having a quote unquote destiny?
Mm,
Mm,
mm, mm, mm. Since I threw DJ under the bus, I'll go first with this one.
yeah.
She's different. So for me, um, the one column that I heard that I was be lying if I said I agree with it is people say I'm supposed to be like a pastor. I've had random people like come up to me and say all these cool stories of how they see this light around me, this aura, and this is like random people, and it's like, oh, that's cool. When God tell me that, like that's when I'm cool. It's like hearing it from other people, like I'll be lying to you. So I'm just about to drop everything and be like, I'm gonna believe you. Um, and maybe God has told me and I've ignored it, but I've asked for him like to come tell me directly. Like I need plain and sounds like layman's term type thing.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
I
come
don't think
talk to
it
me.
work like that. Like I
But
don't
I
think
did,
he
but I
gonna.
needed to.
I don't think he gonna
That's
be
the
like,
thing.
"Hey, bro, come here real quick. Let me
I
holler at
needed to. Like, give me a dream. I
you." Yeah,
understand it
that
ain't gonna be
pulpit,
physical.
bro. I need you to hop on up in there, man. I need your help. I need you to
If
get in
that's
the
the way.
game. I don't think that's how it works.
Bro, I honestly, that's what I would like. But I've had like four people. Well, I say five in my lifetime, and it's been different stages, random people. Well, two wasn't random. Well, three was random. And but at the same time, I'll be lying to you if I said like that's what I want to do because at the same time, when I am ready, like if that is my calling, I want to do it right. Like I don't want to be the preacher you see on TV. That's 1 minute you like, oh yeah,
Showing
on
their ass.
Sundays he's super different, but but then outside, I'm out here shooting dice. So it's like,
I
hey,
ain't, look, bro. Right
Hey,
before I
but you
went into
living
the
in your truth
military,
though.
hey, maybe, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Right before I went into the military, uh, I had went to church, and it was a good experience or whatever. And then my peoples, I don't want to say no names because it'd be obvious what I'm talking about, but peoples had invited us over to like the little event for the pastor or whatever,
okay.
right? And then when we got there, like I'm thinking it's like some nice wholesome like church gathering, which I really should have known better because I have plenty of family, like immediate family members that are like in the heavy in the church. But like
Mhm.
the pastor was there, and like he had like a little towel over his neck. He had like a tall tee on and like some jorts, some little jean shorts or whatever. And it was like he had a bottle of Ciroc and
Let's
like the
see.
whole like he had a personal bottle of Ciroc
I
and
can't.
like the whole table was like just full of alcohol. And then like the music that was playing, it was just a bunch of like rap music and all that stuff. And I was like,
That was
like,
and see that's my thing, like,
and,
bro, like, that could turn people off, bro, and that's the thing, and it's like, what if you actually like to need be, like, saved type thing? Like, what if you actually coming and, like, you trying to and I'm here pandering, and I'm just like, "Hey, cool,
But
telling you everything I think you wanna hear."
and I don't want to
that's the
dehumanize the
Yeah,
pastor or
yeah.
whatever because they're humans. They go through things. I feel like that's what Shawn was about to get at, kind of like they human.
bro. Yes, like, and you know what? I would go. I would be more willing to go to something like that than to go to where it's like, oh no, you don't never need to be doing none of this stuff.
But
Like this stuff is all bad. And then no, I'm not saying like,
I
oh no,
feel
you
you.
need to be in the club every weekend or whatever.
Hmm.
But be real, like, bro, everybody is like, don't be, you know what I'm saying, at home beating on your wife and drinking Hennessy all night and listening to Lil Baby and ESTG and all them, and then come to church acting like you just the greatest thing walking.
But
Like,
see, that's the
That's
thing though. I got like a like when I was introduced to pastor, you know what I'm saying? Because that's who I met first.
hey, brother Brax,
And,
come
and
here.
it was like a hug and a firm grown man handshake and it's like this man right here, this is a da, 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 it was none of that like and then when it was at the little event
Brother
it
Val.
was like it was a pull me in a little snap afterwards and all that. I was like, what the
Like, who you with?
hell?
Like,
Like, hey man, where the pastor at, man? You must be his twin brother, because I know you ain't him. Because I
nah,
mean,
I'm about to say,
how to in the hood,
mhm.
like the bigger dudes got like a little towel around their neck because they be sweating all the time.
yeah,
And like the music that was playing, it was like DMX and like I mean, it was like just extremely vulgar music. And he was like the main one, like, and which is
What's
like,
up? Yeah,
all
yeah.
right, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, but it was just I don't know. It kind of threw me off a little bit.
It's just it's tough for me because right, like if you read the Bible, like it says, like you're not supposed to drink alcohol. It says you can drink wine. Like you're actually supposed to drink wine to
I'm
ferment
drinking
your
wine
stomach.
right now.
Not much. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now just a couple glass. Now. Don't
I'm fermenting my stomach.
But it's like things like that. Like I want to be like, if I'm gonna teach something, I want to make sure I'm doing what the teacher said, right? Even though, and right now I knew I couldn't do that because like I would feel that imposter syndrome because I'm like, I'm not about to change exactly who I am. It's gaming. They'd be like, hey, brother Dixon, was you just cussing on Call of Duty? I was. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. So, but
But yeah,
that's the
uh,
saying. Like for the, but for me, like I feel like my calling. If I had to choose, which again, don't even know if that works. Like I feel I was put on here to make people laugh, as far as not be like a comedian, but just to bring like whether that's be a counselor, or just like to try to brighten people's day. That's what I would like to do. But I'll be lying if I say I want to be a counselor because that's sad as hell. So,
not doing it.
uh, yeah, and like I said, and that's the selfish part of me. It's like I want to help, but it's like, oh, I gotta take that over, brother. I want to help you now, but I don't want to do this full time. You can call me like on Tuesdays randomly. Just
Every other Tuesday.
yeah, yeah,
call me,
yeah,
but not tonight or tomorrow night. Just keep it to Friday, Saturday night. You
yeah,
know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah. So, but nah, that's for me. What about you, DJ?
I forgot what was the actual question
What's your
again.
your call? I told you you ain't
It's
forbidden
been
no
a
more,
while.
man.
No,
You
I mean,
ain't
because
forbidden.
we went way further into the conversation. Like, yeah, I don't calling. I mean, we already kind of talked about it when I was saying
Yeah,
like, yeah, I want to
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean. But like I said, I don't know if that's my like going to be my job. So like,
yeah.
I feel like you can have multiple callings in your life.
Facts.
So
I do.
like,
I do believe that.
yeah. So you know what I'm saying. I just feel like as long as I'm around them people that look like me
Okay.
and that I can see, young me in and just be somebody that can give you advice, but never you don't ever feel like you gotta if you messed up, you can't come and be like, bro, I messed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be that person. I want to be that voice of reason for people that look like me, that's my age and stuff like that. You know what I
Which
mean?
I think you're
So,
already doing though. I mean, to a sense. I know I feel I've called you.
yeah, I mean, yeah. I want to be able to, and that's I guess that's the reason why, like, when I do retire, my
Hmm.
next career, I don't want to get into another unless it's going to pay me very, very well. I don't want to get into another career field that's going to require like a lot of time for me after hours. Like
Gotcha.
because I want to just be like, yep, all right, it's my
Vibe
see
up.
y'all
I'll see
later.
y'all later.
Gotta clock out. Gotta go kick it with my, you know what I'm saying. I got my young dog. He got shit going on. We gonna go kick it with him, and I just want to be able to pull up and be like, hey, get in the car, bro. Let's talk. And it ain't. It is not a Mr. Braxton or Sergeant Braxton or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like that setting. I don't I want it to be very informal, but like obviously, yeah, some way to be able to do that, whether that's helping one person or helping hundreds and thousands, you know what I'm saying? Cuz I just don't want to but at the same time I don't want to compromise like I don't want to do it and it be like boxed in. So
Gotcha.
be like, hey, you gotta say this. Nope, nope. Mm-mm. If there's a script, no, you can keep it. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that, and then just now I'm finishing my degree or whatever. About to go into
Hey.
that second joint and be done with it. So organizational leadership. So just want to continue to be a professional boss. You know what I mean? So I feel like those are my callings, if
Okay.
that's a thing. So yeah.
What about you, Sean?
I feel like, well, I don't feel like. Mine's pretty much the same thing as Nixon, though. I ain't gonna lie. I
Okay.
was talking to, and the reason that I had like thought of the question was like, I was talking to my dudes, probably like a week ago or something like that, and I was in a real bad car accident in 2010, I think it was. I was in Mississippi. I had
Hey.
acquired my aunt's car and
Mm. Like that word.
wrecked it.
Mm-hmm.
I wrecked it, and I was like 14, something like that, or whatever. And for everybody that don't know, my mom was active duty or whatever, so I was in Mississippi at the time, and my mom was in Korea at the time, and she said something just like woke her up out of her sleep and like told her that something was wrong with me or whatever. But I guess after she had gotten in contact with me, she said a voice clear as day like spoke to her. Like it's just her in her room or whatever, and it spoke to her and it said, "Don't worry, he's gonna be a preacher." And that was my first time hearing the story about a week ago. And I was just like, I don't know. Like I don't think that like I'll be a preacher like in a church, but I definitely know that like I've always wanted to like help people. Um, that's the reason that when I first got into medical, I was like, oh, I'm gonna love it here. Uh, but I ended up that wasn't the realm that I wanted to help out in like that regard. So I didn't like really know what it was that I wanted to do. So that's why I looked into real estate. I was like, oh, I could put people into their dream homes and X, Y, and Z and stuff. But I'm not a salesman, so that didn't doesn't really pan out. So I'm not really sure how it will all tie in or come together. I think that's the beauty and the journey within itself. Um, but I definitely feel like this is part of it. Us talking and like providing this information or our perspectives, our experiences and stuff like that, and giving that to whatever men, women, children may be watching, and kind of giving them some kind of retrospect of what it kind of fatherhood, brotherhood, marriage, what it kind of consists of from a real aspect. Because I watch a lot of podcasts, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I feel like it's definitely a lot of information that's being provided and stuff like that. Whether it's historical information or business information or whatever. Um, but I don't know. I personally don't feel like I run across a lot that like I can relate to as a black man that's living in all these fields or you know acting in all these fields as a brother, as a husband, as a father. So yeah,
Yeah, I would say, brother, you got a lot of hats. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
gonna
ain't
have to
gonna lie
tell.
though. It was one boredom. That's one thing. Definitely boredom. When you sitting at
But I was
home,
about to
you're like,
to
I can
touch on
just.
like I also want to say like I definitely think like you can be like in a minister because like some people like you said like you don't want to go into church, but you can still minister to people and not be in the church. So I'm gonna say like I tell myself keep your options open. DJ said mine's not realistically, but if bro don't come shake my hand and tell me like he need me.
Hold on, what?
That's, you said that God ain't just gonna come down and be like, hey bro, I need you.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, no, I don't think. I mean, hey,
no, no. I'm about to say everyone said that because
somebody walked on water. I guess you know.
my argument has been like to like one person that is a pastor that told me was my best friend, and he said like his story, like he was like the third person, and he said like he had picked me up when we was in tech school, DJ, and I had went to church with him, and then he said he dropped me off, and later that night he was like, hey, he told his wife like, man, I think God is calling Justin's little brother to be a pastor. And he told me that, and I was like, nah. And I told him the story, and it was like, yeah, I heard that a couple times, but until he tell me, and he was like, but ain't he telling you though? If he's told like three different people,
Mm,
I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like
yeah.
again, I don't talk to people. He can talk to me. So I'm about to say, just keep your options open, brother.
Hey man,
I don't know. For me, it's
I'll come
hard.
to y'all service.
It's
Talk
hard for me
shit.
because I done seen
Nah.
too many. What they call them $2 preachers. I done seen too many. I done lived through too many.
No, that's facts, and
But
that's
Yeah,
why I
that's the
say
like
I
thing
guess
though. If you feel like you that's not like you would absolutely do the right thing in that sense, then maybe you should. You know what I'm saying? Because if you
I don't
saying
want
there's
to.
too many of those,
I don't
okay.
want to though. Yeah, I don't want to. I enjoy talking to people and like being able to like sit down. If I want to say shit in the middle of our conversation, I don't want to have to feel like I'm being judged because I said shit or something like that. Like I want to be able to sit and have a real life conversation with you and be myself and you be yourself and you just like we go at it like that. Like the other day I was at work. It's this white girl that's in front of me. Sweet, sweet white lady. And we having a conversation and she just starts telling me that like, her whole life story about how her mom passed, her dad passed, and about her dog, how she had to milk her dog's anal glands. It just got really deep really fast. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hey, so
what do you
like
mean by that?
brother.
Okay.
But it was that, and then I was outside. I was on my little smoke break, whatever. And then the dude come up to me, and me and him, my break only 10 minutes. Me and him
Yeah.
out there 25, 30 minutes before I went back inside because we just out there. So it was like that kind of interaction, that natural interaction. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that. I don't want you to look at me like, oh, he's a leader. Like I need to. He's the one that's gonna save me. No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not. Like
Well, I
I'm not.
mean, even if you did like become a preacher, you
DJ,
wouldn't
you
be
is
the one
not gonna
saving
convince me,
nobody.
brother. I'm telling you right
Listen,
now.
Hey,
I'm not. I'm just.
listen,
I ain't
I'm
gonna
man.
not
lie.
doing
DJ got away with them words. Watch you
Shawn
saying this
cannot
next week.
save
Sean
you.
about to be in the suit.
Like, you know what I'm
it.
saying? I don't think like you technically would be saving the person.
I'm
It's just like you helping to guide them in that path for salvation.
DJ.
You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna happen.
So
Hey, brother.
He's saying
Not
it's
gonna
not.
happen.
Oh, it's all right. We're gonna date this, and then we'll be able to come back and watch it and be like, "Hey, yeah, Sean, you remember you were saying you wasn't gonna do this?" Hey, so it's good, man. It's good.
yeah,
Good topics. Good topics.
for
Let's
sure.
see.
For sure.
Uh, I was about to say we can do that video. Got the
Let's
video.
play that.
Let me see
Oh, there's
here.
another video.
Nope, can't
And
hear
when
it.
I opened the door, my man was at my front door, and I was like, "Oh, like right." And then he hit me with the Rico. He pulled the flowers out, and I was like, "Wow, this is different, right?" So I'm not even paying attention. I brush past this, trying to walk down the steps and get to the door, right? Because I'm not paying attention. I'm just so not used to it, and it just hasn't like I just didn't have a lot of practice. He opened my car door. I get inside. He closed the door. I immediately went to my group chat. It's weird.
Did you say he opened your car door?
High five. No, no. Now let me explain, right? Let me explain. By the time we got to the restaurant, my follow-up text was, y'all, that's my bad. I just realized and all that stuff we be talking about, we don't really want it. And I felt like he technically did everything that we be saying we be wanting. In my mind, instinctively, my first thought was he corny. But he really did everything that we want. But it
Huh.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
I'm glad she followed up with making
Yeah,
herself
because
look
at first
stupid.
I was about to get us canceled. You feel me? What's she
mm.
talking about? But wow.
Do
Yeah,
y'all open the doors and all that stuff?
no.
Bring
not
flowers.
consistent. Not consistent. Like the flowers, yeah. But then I
Yeah.
also say like it's better just to do the who that opening that blind? DJ. Hold on.
It's Snoop. He down here
Oh,
looking
hold
out the
on, now, brother. We was talking
yeah.
about coming. I said, DJ, he coming to you. He coming to talk to
It's Snoop.
you.
It's Snoop in the blinds.
But I don't do it consistently. Where I say like even the flowers, like she even tell me like, I'm sorry, bro. I get the idea of buying flowers, but you only spend this money, and I done watched them roses die in 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it's better just to get this. But even the opening the door, I don't do it because it's left. Like it's one of those things. Like I tell myself, like I'm doing it. But I'll do it for one whole day. But then the next day, I won't. And even she'll be like, nah, I got it. But it's like I want to be able to do that, but I'd be lying if I said I was consistent with it.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about
My
y'all?
when I was on the cruise or whatever, we went with a few of our peoples. It was like a couples thing. So
Hmm.
like me and Valerie, I think we've been married the longest out of the group that was with us. And then it was my other homeboy and his wife. I think they was like maybe a year under us. And then it was my other homeboy and his girl. They like basically engaged or whatever.
Oh,
And she's like strong personality and all that. And like she was like every time she like pull out my chair. And then like when we would get she'd be looking at us like, you better pull out her chair and all that. And I'm like, all right, relax.
hey,
And
excuse me.
then my
Hey,
homeboy,
that's this
like,
household.
but at the same time, like,
I get it.
I do get it or whatever because I think it sets a precedent. Because now, I mean, the more I be trying to make sure I think about it, like, I
Hmm.
make Derek like open the door
I was about to
for
say,
Valerie and stuff like
I would
that.
say we do that to
Hmm.
Aiden to teach him how to be a gentleman.
Yeah,
He
but
hates it though. I be like,
I mean, honestly, Derek loved doing it. He didn't completely flip the script on me. Like he definitely prefers his mama over me now. So like, but yeah, so anything he'd do anything for his mom. So he was happy. He's happy to do that stuff when you remind him. But nah, I mean, but I don't think that like I don't think that proves that like you're a great man. I mean, obviously, well, not that it don't prove that you're a great man, but I mean, it clearly doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna get the girl because you see what Chick was just saying. They don't
corny.
care about that stuff. They think it's corny. They think they probably don't feel it's genuine. It's really because they didn't get it enough as what I'm saying growing up. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, now I just thought that was funny because, like I said, you see that type of stuff all the time on the internet. They be like, "Oh, these men, they da da da," and then the moment you do it,
He
they
said she
gonna
thought.
cook your ass.
Said bro pulled out the flower. She brushed past.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you doing?
Like she was
Hmm.
allergic. Like she was allergic or something. Like
Hmm.
what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And
I
you
know.
know what? I'd have slapped on her head with no flowers. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like
Yeah.
politely just like slapped her real quick in the back of
If
the
that
head.
was our first time going on a date or whatever, and I
You might
brought
as
some
well go back in the house.
flowers, yeah, I'd have been like, you know what, you right. You'd have got the real me then. Like, you want nigga here now. Uh, so I'm like, man, I was like, you know what? I'm just go ahead and go back in the house. We'll try this again another day because we clearly are not on the same page. I don't
No,
think we're
that's
compatible. I just tried to treat you like you know what I'm saying, the way that y'all portray men as not being in what y'all want, and then you just took a large shit on me. Have a good life. I'd have went about my business,
hey, you
and I'd
know
have
so
left
when
the
somebody
flowers
say
though.
have a good life, oh yeah,
You can
oh yeah,
have the
you're dead to
flowers
me.
though. Yeah, you can
You're
have the
dead to me.
flowers though. 'Cause, yeah,
Yeah, brother. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't be doing that. I don't. I don't. I do be doing the flower thing. My lady, she don't really like flowers. She a plant lady, so like plants is all over the house. So if I go to
Right.
like HEB or something like that, or Trader Joe's or wherever, and I see a plant that like it don't look like she got or something, then I pick it up and bring it home to her. Um, or pick up her favorite chocolates while I'm in the store or something, her favorite candy or whatever. But all the like opening the door and stuff, come on, it's cold outside. Like I'm trying to get to the stove. I gotta load the baby up. 9 times out of 10, I got the car seat. I'm trying to put the car seat in here,
yeah,
make sure the other kids buckled up. Maybe just open
yeah,
that door. Just open the door.
yeah. I mean, I think it's a good gesture, but I think that's mainly for like new people
Oh yeah,
trying to, because like realistically speaking, like for us 10 almost 10 years,
yes
like
sir.
if you don't think I'm a gentleman by this time, you'll never think that. Like even if I completely flip the
Yeah,
script, you're
I
gonna
got
think
you.
I probably right. You gonna probably think I done been messing around or something.
Right.
Where's the bitch?
Oh,
Who
let me
got
see,
you
folks.
opening doors? But nah, I don't think that it's gonna. Yeah, at this point, I don't know. I don't think that it. I don't think that it accurately like
Nah,
portrays you as the most gentleman person. Like, if
facts.
anything, is making sure your girl like the walking on the correct side of the street. I think that that's important. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Facts. I
saying?
even teach my son that. Make sure.
Yeah, walking on the correct side of the street is important. You know what I'm saying? Never calling, you know what I'm saying, your girl out of her name, no matter how frustrated you get. I think that's
Hmm.
important. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of I think that shows gentlemen. Like but
Oh
opening
yeah.
the door, yeah.
Hey, Ted Bundy opened a lot of doors, man.
Yeah, Ted Bundy definitely opened a lot of doors and
They
then
said he was a perfect gentleman.
yeah, did it right before he murked you. So
Said, don't let that be your tell all be all, please.
yeah. But yeah, man. That's the episode though. We done?
Yes, sir.
All
About
right,
to say, yeah,
man.
put. Oh yeah, it's perfect.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Well, like I said, that's part 2 of episode 7, man. Go ahead and follow the movement. Go ahead, hit us in that
Salute.
inbox if you got any questions. Like,
Yes,
share,
sir.
subscribe, all that good stuff.
All right, till next time.
Sir.
Go blue.
Yeah.